Wow. We're in business. So good evening, everyone. I just want to take a minute to say you're all very welcome here to St. John's Parish Hall tonight for this amazing event. Barry, maybe you were with us for Mass earlier on, and I think the congregation were quite intrigued to know what a 21st sinner looked like. So look, this is what the 21st sinners look like. Really looking forward to tonight. So just a little bit of housekeeping before we begin. There is no fire drill planned for tonight, so if the alarm does go off, our fire exits are to my right, your left, and also on this side or through the main door at the back where you come in. Ladies and gents, toilets are at the back, and please do stay for tea, coffee, amazing tray bakes, and some even better conversation at the end. So delighted you can join us tonight, and I'm going to hand over to David now to introduce this evening. David.
Thank you, Catherine. Good evening. Good evening. My name is David Campton, and it's my pleasure on behalf of those who plan the Four Corners Festival to welcome you here this evening. Thanks, Catherine, for the welcome. It's great to be back here in St. John's. But for who is this the first visit here? Okay, we've just ticked one of our aims and objectives in getting you into new places in this city of ours. That's what we seek to do. We try to get people into new places, to encounter new ideas, to look at old places through fresh eyes, and to encounter new friends. So I want to reiterate the invitation to stay behind afterwards, because whilst it's great to be looking forward and listening to what Barry has to share at us, you don't make friends by staring at the back of someone's head. It comes through conversations afterwards, and that's what we want. We want events like this to foster conversations. And I have no doubt, having known this man for more years than I care to remember, and from having read the book and seen the show before, there will be plenty of questions that you will have for him and that might be raised with each other afterwards. I'm not going to explain any more about what this is about, because that's really what Barry does, and he does it very well. So I will hand over at this point, gratefully, to Barry Sloan.
Yeah, all right, George, don't panic. Sorry, brother. I've got a new pedal, folks, so there's going to be a lot of George talking to me tonight. Thanks for the welcome, David and Catherine. I'm delighted to be with you here in St. John's Parish. Thanks, folks, as well, for you coming out tonight to this event. I love Four Corners. I live in Germany, but I come every year over in February, and I try to get to as many Four Corners events as possible, because I really believe in what it's about, getting people from across the city to cross boundaries and reach out the hand of friendship to each other. I'm going to sing a few songs tonight. I'm going to do a few readings from the book, and it's an interactive evening. So feel free to sing along, clap along, I know you're in church, but you are allowed to move a little bit if you want. Don't go too far. Don't go too extreme. It's all about a journey, and we're going to journey with each other for the next hour and a half. Let's see. I'm blessed to be here, and this is a song I've written called Blessed. Wake up in the morning, jump out of bed. The whole day lies ahead. I look up, the sky is blue. The sun is shining and so are you. And I'm blessed, yes I know I'm blessed. 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 I'm driving my car down the road, listening to the radio, playing some rhythm and blues, rock and soul and hip hop too. And I'm blessed, yes I know I'm blessed. I'm blessed, yes I know I'm blessed. Come on, sing it with me. I'm blessed, yes I know I'm blessed. I'm blessed, yes I know I'm blessed. I stop for a while and I look around. There's so much beauty to be found. The best things in life are free. I'm listening to the birds play a symphony. And I'm blessed, yes I know I'm blessed. 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 Kids in the park and they're playing ball. A couple walks past with the cutest dog. The birds and the bees and the flowers on the ground. The church bells ring and there's love all around. Blessed, I'm blessed, yes I know I'm blessed. I'm blessed, yes I know I'm blessed. One more time, come on. I'm blessed, yes I know I'm blessed. I'm blessed, yes I know I'm blessed. Dankeschön. So it's going to be one of those nights. Sing along, clap along, make it interactive, have some fun. I am a Methodist minister. I serve in Germany, and I've been out there, my wife and I have been out there for about almost 30 years now. And a few years ago, I got a sabbatical. And in the sabbatical, I wanted to do something to sort of recharge the batteries, and you're supposed to do something spiritual as well in that time. And I thought, well, I could do the Camino, the Santiago, and then I thought, no, there's probably going to be too many people there. So I started just looking online, and I discovered St. Columbanus online. Now, I'd heard of St. Columbanus, but I didn't really know anything about him. We didn't do early medieval church history in seminary, in theological seminary. So I started reading into it, and absolutely fascinating. I know the tourist board's really into St. Patrick, and we really milk that. But honestly, St. Columbanus, the tourist board could really milk that as well. He transformed the face of Europe. And so I thought, okay, that's what I'll do. I had 3 weeks, and I'm not a purist, so I wanted to actually a wee bit of an adventure as well. So I thought, I'll hitchhike through Europe. This is just a few years ago. I still had the white hair and all, wasn't a student. So I said, I'll hitchhike through Europe. I'll not stay in hotels. I'll just go with the flow, see what happens, and I'll visit all these monastic settlements that St. Columbanus founded. He left Bangor in Ireland here in the 6th century and travelled over to France, through France, into Germany, up the Rhine against the flow, into Switzerland, into Austria, into Italy, over the Alps, and then he's buried in a wee place called Bobbio, just south of Milan. And I thought, that's it. Hitchhike, let's see how far I get, let's see what happens. And so many weird and wonderful things happened to me on the journey there that I thought, okay, I've got to. I keep a diary, and I thought I've got to write this out in more detail, and see what I can do with it. And I got a German publisher, and the German book is super, but I couldn't get an English publisher. So I said, okay, I'm going to publish it myself. So I photocopied 56 of these. I'm only joking. No. In English, it's called When the Saints Go Marching. I know there's one German speaker here tonight. In German, it's called Pilgrim of Irish Pilgrim. And I'm going to read you a few passages out of this book. I wanted to write a book that I could give to my non-Christian friends because I live in East Germany, a very atheist context. And I have a lot of friends that, have absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with church. I wanted to write a book that had something to do with reconciliation, because I grew up in a loyalist family in Carrickfergus, and through my journey, faith journey, a life journey, I moved in certain directions. More about that later. And I wanted to write a book as well that just told the story of these Columbanus monks, Gallus and Galen and 10 other monks. But I also wanted to tell the story of what happened to me. So tonight I'm probably going to read more about what happened to me and not so much about the history of the monks and so on. But it's all in here. It's a wee small book. I happen to have about 10 copies with me tonight, which, because they're in such short supply, makes them very expensive. They're all 100 euros or 100... No. 10 quid, 10 pounds or 10 euros, or you can get them online. But I'm going to read you a few passages, sing a few songs, and hopefully inspire you, hopefully make you laugh, hopefully give you some food for thought, and hopefully just take you on a little journey with me, and let's journey with each other tonight. So this first reading is from the chapter called... Let me just get it right. I'm not used to doing this in German. 162. There we go. The chapter is called The Butterfly Effect, The Grace of God, and Murphy's Law. When you're hitchhiking through Europe, you don't know where you're going to land and when you're going to land, so you can't really plan where you're going to stay that night until you get there, more or less. And I arrived in St. Gallen in Switzerland, and I had no idea where I was going to stay, but I thought, well, there's a Methodist church here in St. Gallen. I'll phone up my Methodist colleague and maybe ask if I can, stay with him somehow. So I phoned him up and said, hello, Peter. I didn't know him. He didn't know me. Hello, Peter. This is Barry Sloan here. I'm a minister ministering in Germany, traveling through. Any chance of, sleeping overnight, getting out my rucksack or my sleeping bag and everything with me? What I didn't know was he himself had just got a new stationing. He was just come to St. Gallen the day before, so his house was like all boxes and everything. He says, look, all I can offer you is my office, if you want to put out your sleeping bag there and your mat. And I says, perfect. So I get up to his house, and meet him for the first time, and he says, yeah. I says, nice to meet you, Peter. He says, yeah, it's all good. I've checked you out. I said, what do you mean you've checked me out? He said, well, after the phone call, I went online to check if you really are the Methodist minister from Chemnitz in Germany, I says, all right, okay, very, very clever. I says, I didn't have that opportunity, so I hope you're the minister of the Methodist Church in St. Gallen. So I'll read from The Butterfly Effect, The Grace of God, and Murphy's Law. Peter's office, my bedroom for the night, is all I need it to be. Spacious. When I move the coffee table to one side, I have more than enough room to unpack my rucksack and roll out my sleeping bag and an air mattress. The small coffee table is light and easy to move, but before doing so, I am careful to lift the beautiful glass vase, complete with white orchid, and place it out of harm's way, high up on a bookcase next to a hardback set of Zurich Bible commentaries. My phone needs charging, so I look around for a socket, but the Swiss sockets are different to EU sockets, and my plug doesn't fit. But thankfully, Peter has an Apple Mac computer in his office which I can use to charge up my iPhone by means of the USB cable. I'm sitting at Peter's desk, which is situated in one corner of his quite spacious office. About 20 feet away in the opposite corner of the room is the large bookcase, on top of which is a row of large Zurich Bible commentaries standing neatly back to back with typical Swiss precision. Complementing the Bible commentaries on top of the bookcase is the aforementioned exquisite glass vase, adorned with the most beautiful white orchid. I lean over and switch the computer on. What happens next confirms my belief in what is known in chaos theory as the butterfly effect. Small variations in the initial condition of a nonlinear system may produce large variations in the long-term behavior of the system, resulting in solutions that are irregular. To put it in layman's terms, a very small incident can begin a chain of events that will have a dramatic impact later on. The popular example quoted is that of a butterfly flapping its wings on one side of the world, setting off a chain reaction which eventually leads to a hurricane on the other side of the world. At almost the exact same moment that I turn the computer on, the last of the Bible commentaries, standing at the end of the row, topples over, knocking against the tall, elegant, orchid-bearing vase next to it. I'm 20 feet away behind the desk on the other side of the room, and I can only watch in horror as the vase wobbles a couple of times before slowly tipping over the side of the bookcase and crashing to the floor. Shards of glass explode in all directions, accompanied by a flood of water disproportionate to the size of the vase that had previously contained it. The butterfly effect in action. Or perhaps Murphy's Law, as we would say in Ireland. If anything can go wrong, it will. Stepping carefully over the broken glass, I lift the fallen Bible commentary and restore it to its original place at the end of the row. It's only then that I notice that this particular commentary is on Revelation, the last book of the Bible, also known as the Apocalypse of John, as it deals with end times. The terrified expression on my face as I view a dead orchid lying on the stained glass carpet below me complete the apocalyptic scene for me. Whatever will Peter think of me? I've just met him, but he's so kind to let me stay here, and I go and wreck the place. I know that St. Gall smashed a pagan altar in this area some 1400 years ago, but that's a lot different to smashing a beautiful vase that was the gift from the congregation to welcome their new pastor. Yeah, the next morning, Peter was very gracious. He said, "Go with God's blessing." I've often thought that where we're born has a huge impact on what kind of chances we have in life. And the journeys that we can make or can't make. And if you're born in Ireland, like sort of stereotypical with red hair and freckles on your face and you drink whiskey and, you know, that gives you opportunities. I know in Germany that gives you opportunities. Or if you're born in some countries in Africa and you have to get your water from a well. Or if you're born as a man or a woman, you know, you have different opportunities. And I find that really unfair, that it's a lottery where you're born and how we're very quick to exclude other people just from where they were born. And so I wrote a song about it. This song's called Baby. long red hair and your pale, pale skin, freckles on your face. You've got the darkest humor that I've ever seen. You live in a mystical place. You take rain and make water of life. You drink it late into the night. Maybe that's the reason why you like to sing. Maybe why you like to fight. You get clean water from a hole in the ground. Carry it home on your head. Gather all your family and your kids around. Give us our daily bread. We take your gold and we take first place. Your world only comes third. Looks like you're never gonna win this race. Don't be so absurd, 'cause you were born this way. You were born this way. Baby, you were born this way. Born this way, you were born this way. You go out to a party with all your friends. Put on a pretty dress. Along comes a guy and he comprehends that when you say no, you mean yes. You do the same job as the other guy, but you don't get paid the same pay. And they don't like it when you try to speak your mind. Better watch out what you say, 'cause you were born this way. You were born this way. Baby, you were born this way. Born this way, you were born this way. You have to go to work as a 12-year-old, even though you'd rather go out and play. That's why we call them chain store clothes. You never see the light of day. Or you search among the garbage for $1 a day. School's out for you, looking through the shit that we throw away. It's good enough for you. You were born in a stable in a no-name town 2,000 years ago. You came to spread your love around, teach us what we need to know. One world, one tribe, one love. It ain't really that hard. So in the name of God above, why don't we make a start? One world, one tribe, one love. Born this way. One world, one tribe, one love. Born this way. Sing it with me. One world, one tribe, one love. Born this way. One world, one tribe, one love. Born this way. Come on, last time. One world, one tribe, one love. Born this way. One world, one tribe, one love. Born this way. Last time. One world, one tribe, one love. Born this way. One world, one tribe, one love. Thank you. It's not quite Valentine's Day, but it's coming. You're welcome, guys. I've written a song called Be My Valentine, and it's based on something that I experienced in London. I also work for the Methodist Church in Britain, and I'm at the London office every now and again. And I was in London at the Wesley Hotel and walking up to our church office on Marylebone Road. And as I was walking up, it was Valentine's Day, and as I was walking up, I saw some refugees sleeping homeless underneath shop fronts in the shelter there. And I just passed all these shops with, Be My Valentine and Love and Red Hearts. And, if you actually know who St. Valentine was and what he was about, then it was much more about how do we look after these people here, and journey with them. And back then, the church offices in London, the Methodist church offices, were directly opposite Madame Tussauds on the Marylebone Road. And so I wrote a song, Be My Valentine. From the Wesley up to Church House, I walk this hallowed way, past Charles and Sherlock and JFK, with their songs and their solving, and what can you do for your nation? Their memories chiseled in stone not far from Baker Street Station. I see you hold her in your arms so tight, keep her warm from the cold. Sleeping rough yet another night on the Marylebone Road. I see the way she looks into your eyes, you make the shadows go away, so she can handle all the hows and whys and face another day. Even before I saw you, love was in the air. This Valentine's Day in London town, red hearts are everywhere. Be my Valentine, won't you be my Valentine? Be my Valentine, won't you be my Valentine? Won't you be my Valentine? And be my Valentine, won't you be? I think about you on your wedding day, how you laughed, how you danced with all your friends and your family and all your plans. You took your vows and you crowned her queen when you said I do. And even now as a refugee, you still do. Even before I saw you, love was in the air. This Valentine's Day in London town, red hearts are everywhere. Be my Valentine, won't you be my Valentine? Be my Valentine, won't you be my Valentine? Won't you be my Valentine? Be my Valentine, won't you be? Freddie said, can anybody find me somebody to love? I'm just saying, look around you, there's more than enough to love. People queuing up across the street at Madame Tussauds, hoping for a chance to meet fake people they don't know. And outside it's reality, sincere enough. Help us do more than just make believe. Give us a faith that shows itself in love. For the world's got people not to see, things not to do, places not to go. With our earphones in our ears, it is what it is, our faces in our phones. Be my Valentine, won't you be my Valentine? Why won't you be my Valentine? won't you be my Valentine? Why won't you be my Valentine? Be my Valentine. Won't you be, won't you be? From the Wesley up to Church House, I walk this hallowed way. So when you're hitchhiking through Europe, sometimes the journey is really smooth, but sometimes things don't go according to plan. And I had one of these days. I was in the middle of France. I'd already walked about 10 kilometers in the sun, about 30 degrees. I was on a dangerous stretch of road with no footpath. It was just a little grass verge. And keep turning around and putting the thumb out, hoping someone takes you. And 5 cars go past and you're still cool as a cucumber, it's no problem. 50 cars go past, you're still, hey, this is great, I'm in the middle of France. Look at the sun. 500 cars go past. And you start to think, okay, what is it? And it's interesting to see, watch the various cars and car drivers, and some of them make a big sort of curve. You're going to go way over to the other side of the road and avoid you. It's amazing how many people are just changing their radio or something at that moment, or looking for something in their glove compartment so they don't have to look at you. And that does something to you. You start to get really, okay, is it me? Is it something about me? Do I look suspect, or, do I look suspicious? If I have too much baggage, and you start to question everything, like, what am I doing here? I could be sitting at home and in the sun and preparing, doing a spiritual retreat in my garden. Why am I walking through France and doing all this? And on this really long stretch of road, there's nothing. There's just fields and hedges, no man-made buildings or anything. And I come to this, just out of nowhere, just this huge, about 6 meter tall cross on the other side of the hedge, at the side of the road, a huge cross, crucifix with a Jesus figure on it. And I know in Catholic France, at junctions, there's little shrines and there's little Marias and there's little crucifixes and so on. But this was just in the middle of a huge stretch of road, a huge cross, stone cross. And so I stopped there, and I'll read to you. It's frustrating enough for me to watch the cars drive past without stopping. It gets quite demoralizing watching car after car after car drive past you as though you don't even exist. Don't you know I'm a pastor? I want to scream at them. I have a wife and 2 kids. I'm not some maniac, People actually like me. But as you stand there at the side of the road with your cardboard sign and your rucksack and your road map, you have no claims, no honours. Who you are and what you've done counts for nothing. Because the people driving past obviously have no idea who you are or what you've done. They don't know, and they don't care how important or how good or what a great person you may or may not be. All of this matters not one bit. You are simply depending on the kindness of someone's heart to take pity on you and not drive by without offering to help. They don't have to help. You certainly haven't earned their help. You are literally depending on their unmerited favor. The Bible calls it grace. It really is that simple. You are depending on someone helping you, someone sharing their possessions with you, someone not ignoring you and not passing by on the other side of the road. In normal life, most people usually have everything under control. Most people are self-reliant and independent. They manage things, they plan things, they decide things, and they accomplish things. They function, and usually without a second thought and without needing help from others. But standing as a hitchhiker at the side of the road in a foreign country, you become aware of your basic dependence on others. You do not have the say anymore. You need others. You suddenly become aware of your limitations. Your doubts and your insecurities set in. Why are they not stopping for me? Do I look dodgy or suspect? Is it what I'm wearing? Am I a mess? Am I a sad case? Is it my bags? Do I have too much baggage for people to carry? Don't people trust me? Don't they like me? Standing at the foot of a stone cross on a busy carriageway with heavy goods vehicles speeding past, I see an image of perfect grace. Christ, whose unmerited love knows no boundaries. I look up at the figure of Christ hanging on this cross, and I'm reminded of the one who again and again stops to help. Yes, even though he sees me as I am. On numerous occasions, a mess. Frequently dodgy or suspect. Often carrying too much baggage. Weak and vulnerable and very much dependent on grace and forgiveness. If I was writing the book now, I would add a 21st century sinner. The good news is, he is gracious. He doesn't drive by on the other side of the road. He doesn't shrug his shoulders saying, I would love to, but my car's full already. He's not fiddling in the glove compartment as he drives by. He doesn't ignore me. He stops for me. He offers me his help. He goes the extra mile for me. As I stand here and look up at that cross, I know he would go to hell and back for me. In fact, he already has. After that encounter at the cross, the clouds parted, the heavens opened, and a big Mercedes car was lowered down. I would love to tell that story, but it didn't happen. No, I still had to walk a lot of miles in the sun, but I was able to walk differently. I can put it that way. It's not all a bed of roses, but I had a different perspective. And we all know life is a pilgrimage. Life is a journey. All of us have a journey story to tell here tonight. And I know I've experienced that, what I experienced in France in my life. I've experienced it on numerous different occasions. There's been times in my life's journey where I have the feeling nobody sees me. Nobody gets me. Nobody understands me. Nobody knows exactly how I feel, what I'm going through. Like I'm standing here, figuratively speaking, with my hand out. I just wish someone would stop and talk to me, ask me how I'm doing, force me to talk because I don't talk well. I wrote a song, and it's about the one who does stop for us. This song is called Every Way. People pass me by, never stop to ask me why, who I am, where it is I'm going to. Every single one just keeps on going on, places to see and things to do. I'm walking around with a smile on my face, looking like I'm winning this race. I've got a thick skin, a steely determination. And if you look, you will realize I'm wearing a disguise. Here's an empty soul in need of some inspiration. You see me, you know me, you love me every way. You see me, you know me, you love me every way. You see me, you know me, you love me every way. You see me, you know me, you love me every way. Don't you know I'm a really nice guy? Won't you stop and give me a ride? Take me with you, don't leave me here alone. But everyone is doing their thing, no one's got no time to sing. It looks like you're going solo, you're on your own. Why don't you understand? I need a helping hand. I've been walking all day, I'm nearly done. The hot sun is beating down, I've been walking on stony ground. I need a friend, just one. You see me, you know me, you love me every way. You see me, you know me, you love me every way. You see me, you know me, you love me every way. Out of sight and out of mind, would you be so kind? May I trouble you to go that extra mile with me? Here I am holding out my hand, hoping some fool will understand. Give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs up back again. I may not dance the way you do, may want to sing to a different tune, but that's alright, that's the way he's made us. You can choose to see a brother, or you can choose to see another. Stay in the fast lane, don't stop, just drive on by. You see me, you know me, you love me every way. You see me, you know me, you love me every way. You see me, you know me, you love me every way. You see me, you know me, you love me every way. You don't pass by on the other side. You don't look away, just as you say. I would if I could, 'cause I'm good and I know that I really should. I would if I could, 'cause I'm good, 'cause I know that I really should. You see me, you know me, you love me every way. He sees me, he knows me, he loves me every way. As she sees me, she knows me, she loves me every way. See me, know me, love me every way. Very kind, thank you. Okay, I'm going to sing a song, and hopefully I get through this song. It's a song about my son. And in German we say, ich bin nah am Wasser gebaut. I'm built near to water. Means I'm very emotional. And so if I start crying through this, everybody cry with me. Don't make it embarrassing. No, the reason why I want to sing this song is because it's, well, two reasons. One, it's to do with journey. My son Michael, he now lives in the United States. And the second reason I want to sing this song is some of you know Michael. Some of you know from Four Corners know Michael, because Michael was the communications officer for the Four Corners a few years back. And I was so chuffed that he did this. I was so chuffed he was in this work. Anyway, I wasn't chuffed when he moved to the States, but he wanted to do a gap year in Ireland, and he did a gap year down in Dublin. And his plan was to come back to Leipzig and study in Leipzig, where the semester fees are €500 a semester. But when he was in Ireland, he discovered his Irish roots. And so he decided he wants to study at Coleraine, University of Ulster, where the semester fees aren't €500 a semester. And I said to him, look, Michael, really? And then he played the trump card. He said, Dad, you've always been saying to me, don't forget your Irish roots. So touché, I couldn't say anything. But at Coleraine University, he met an American lassie, and he married her, and he moved out there, and they live in North Carolina. And I don't know, some of you might be surprised to know that Michael is now a pilot. He's flying for Delta Airlines. He waited tables, paid for flight school, and he's now, So when he moved to the States, I wrote this song. It's called Sun. But it's about a journey, but it's also about there are no borders, and there is no distance if we have people in our hearts. So let's see how this goes. Spread your wings and fly, my son, across the sea. It's hard to say goodbye, my son, across the sea. Love is calling you, my son, across the sea. And love is sending you, my son, across the sea. You're leaving northern shores, my son, across the sea, and you will find true north, my son, across the sea. And she will make you smile, my son, across the sea. 'Cause love, its reach is wide, my son, across the sea. And you're never far away, 'cause there never is a day that you're not on my mind, not on my mind. And we've taught you to know that wherever you go, there is no borderline. When there it's dark as night, my son, across the sea. And here the sun does shine, my son, across the sea. And you can't find the road, my son, across the sea. I want you to know, my son, across the sea, that you're never far away, 'cause there never is a day that you're not on my mind, not on my mind. And we've taught you to know that wherever you go, there is no borderline. So spread your wings and fly, my son. This is your time. Go and change the world, my son, the way you've changed mine. Thank you. How are we doing for time? Anybody want to leave yet? Okay, I'm going to sing another song that's quite a personal song. I don't know how long I've been a Christian. I became a Christian as a young man, 17 or 18, and I'm 27 now. So I've been to lots of church services, been to lots of prayer meetings, been to lots of Bible studies, have lots of Holy Communion. And all of that has shaped and formed me in some way. But nothing has shaped and formed me more as my marriage. Living with someone who truly knows you and has to put up with you, and vice versa. And I met my wife when we were 4 years old. We went to primary school together in P1. I'm 2 days older than her, so we went to different grammar schools, but then we met up again in the youth fellowship in church, and we've been together since. So this song's called First Class Lady, and it's basically about the journey of relationships, and it's all about love, like hard love, difficult love. Yeah, First Class Lady. Yeah, there's an attempt of a rap in this song, which sort of sums up my marriage as well. I've never done this before, so tonight is a first. So no matter what happens, at the end of the night, just say, I love to rap. Or spoken word, I'm not sure what it is, but I like it. First Class Lady. Called by an angel who heard my prayer, you picked me, you picked me. A kiss of life you chose to share. Now I can breathe, so I can breathe. And your love took me to a place I've never felt before. 'Cause this life had never dealt me such a hand before. After all these years we journey still. Sometimes in the wind and rain it's pretty much impossible. Wise men say you hurt the ones you love the most. We sure love each other, this God knows. Try to understand you, but selfish is my native tongue. I'll never be your father, 'cause I'm my father's son. And it's killing me, it's killing me, it's killing me. My love, it's killing me, it's killing me, it's killing me, killing me, my love. My first class lady, you're the one. After all's been said and after all has been done, so much hunger, so much need, so many words, so many words, so many deeds. And I can read the good book and I can bow my head and pray, but I know it's us he's using to change me day by day by day. Yes, I can read the good book and I can bow my head and pray, but I know it's us he's using to change me day by day. And I'm Gareth's soulmate from the very first date. Even though I was a late developer, you weren't afraid to take a chance. Opposites attract, you see, but isn't this the way it was always meant to be? For when the seed does the deed and dies the death, there'll always be a way to breathe and believe in the future, don't you see? It ain't what you think is what it's not. The opposite is true, in fact. Think outside the box, open your eyes, sacrifice the lies of me, myself, I. Deny yourself, a clenched fist is never the way to die. Cause only a love that gives is a love worth giving, and only a life for love is a life worth living. And sometimes when I think I'm dead, I get so elated, then the devil pumps my chest and I'm reanimated. And no one wants to be a loser, ain't that the worst? So I thirst for the curse that says put yourself first. And looking after number one, it's in my blood, a part of me. Of course I try to do some good, albeit half-heartedly. The thing is, we do the things that pleases. But come on folks, put your hands together, give it up for Jesus, because he's killing me. He's killing me. He's killing me for love. Yes, he's killing me. Thank God he's killing me. He's killing me for love. And I'm Gareth's soulmate. Okay. What time have we? Are we all right? Yeah. Well, way back. Two more short readings and a couple of songs. We're all right with that? Yeah? Okay. So, this is the most embarrassing story of my life, and I have loads of embarrassing stories. I arrive in Zurich, and again, you've no idea where you're going to stay, but I signed up to couch surfing. You know what couch surfing is? So I signed up to this website, couch surfing. You can stay in strangers' homes, sleep on their couch, or if they've got a spare bedroom or something, you can stay there free of charge. Arrive in Zurich, go into the internet cafe, send a wee request to the couch surfing community in Zurich, and anybody got a bed for the night? 10 minutes later, a reply. Yes, we've got a bed for the night. Here's the address. Signed, Tarzan. That's his name on this website, you know. So I'm delighted. I've got a place to stay for the night, and get my rucksack. I'm walking up, and I get in front of their house, and I see a big, flashy BMW car in front of the house. I was like, oh, they've got money. They've got a nice car and stuff. They'll have shampoo and shower gel in the shower. And then I look at the registration, car registration, LADY 1, Lady 1. I think, oh, his wife's got a really nice car. Just think that as I'm walking past, I go up the stairs, ring the doorbell, and Tarzan opens the door. A young man, Clement, about 30 years old. He invites me in, small talk. He works in the pharma branch. What's that in English? Pharmacology or chemistry or chemist, yeah. And yeah, chatting away. He's, what, you're a pastor and you're doing a pilgrimage through Europe. And I say, well, when's your wife coming home? Thinking of the car, And he says, no, I'm not married. I live here with my brother. He'll be home when he closes up the shop. I said, well, what kind of a shop? What does he sell? And he says, perfume. He sells perfume. He's a cosmetic shop down in the town. And I think, oh, great, cool. So 10 minutes later, Tarzan's brother comes in. And they're twins. They're twins. He looks exactly like Tarzan, but he smells a lot better than Tarzan because he's been in the perfume shop all day, So again, small talk. Oh, what are you doing and stuff. And then I think of the car again and say, oh, when's your wife coming home? And he says, oh, no, I'm not married. I says, who owns the car? And he says, oh, me. And I says, and why the registration? He says, oh, just so, And at that moment, my wife turns up in the back of my head, and she's going like, change the subject. Don't go there, Two super guys, like two really nice guys. And I'm really happy to stay there. And I said, look, guys, can I invite you out? And here's the difference in Germany, right? And in Switzerland. I don't know what it's like in other congregations, but in Methodist Church in Ireland, you don't really say, can I invite you out for a beer? But in Germany, it's very rude not to do that. In the Methodist Church in Germany, it's in their manual laws and all, drink beer. So I say to them, can I invite you out for a beer just as a thank you for, there's a little pub at the corner. And they say, yeah, we'll do that, but let's eat first. And they had the barbecue and all set up. And I says, can I help you? And they says, no, it's all good. And I'd been walking through Zurich, like sweating, 30 degrees. And I said, look, can I use your shower? And Clements says, yep, no problem, come. He takes me downstairs along the hall, shows me the bathroom. He says, you all right there? You come? I says, yes, all good. So I close the door, but I don't lock the door. My wife says, like, who doesn't lock the bathroom door? And I just thought, well, I know I'm in the bathroom. They know that I'm in the bathroom. I know that they know that I'm in the bathroom. Everybody knows where we are, and I thought, well, they're trusting me in their house overnight. So, like, what would it say to him if he's walking away and he hears me locking the bathroom door? What I didn't think in my head was, what would it say to him when he's walking away and he hears that I didn't lock the bathroom door? I just didn't think, basically, which is me. Yeah, ask David, that's me. So I'll read from the chapter, the most embarrassing moment of my life. I set my phone on the washing machine. In Germany and Switzerland, they have their washing machines in their bathroom. That's free information for you. Seeing the phone on the washing machine reminds me that I wanted to text my wife, Jill, and let her know where I am. I decide to do it quickly before jumping into the shower. Standing there in nothing but my birthday suit, I reach for my phone and slide to unlock. It is not just the bathroom door now that is unlocked. The next 5 minutes are the longest and belong to some of the most embarrassing moments of my life. Right up there with the Sunday that I tried to baptize a child without water in the baptismal font. Yeah, it is possible, I'm joking. Father Martin, I'm joking. Or the time, and this is true, or the time when I was learning German at the start of my ministry and thought that a lady was telling me that she was open for prayer when in fact she was actually telling me that my trouser zip was undone. Very first Sunday in Chemnitz, that was, I'm good on embarrassing moments. When I unlock my phone, the screen opens at text messages. The last app I was using before I put it back in sleep mode to save power. I quickly scan over the page in view and recognize that it is my text conversation with Clements. I see the text messages we sent each other back and forth as I was being directed to his house. Clements' text messages to me, and below it my answer to him. Thanks, see you in 20 minutes. This was the last thing I wrote to Clements before arriving at his apartment. Or so I thought. Under my last entry to Clements is another one from me. One that has not yet been sent. This unintentional entry consists of just two characters, the letter H and the number 1. But together on the display of my mobile phone, they look like the greeting, "Hi." I obviously have not switched off my phone properly before slipping it into my pocket, and these two random characters have inadvertently been created by the phone moving about in my pocket before it went into sleep mode. With the water in the shower still running, I go to delete this message so that I can quickly write a new one to Jill. Unfortunately, for some reason unknown to me, and about which I definitely want to ask God when I stand before him on Judgment Day, I hit the send button. My eyes nearly pop out of my head when I read the word sending on my phone. The little grey status bar increasing in line with my blood pressure. In the 5 seconds it takes to send the message, I am in total panic, frantically hitting every possible button and icon on the display in order to cancel sending. Naively, or rather as a confirmation of my total desperation, I even hold the phone under my armpit in the hope that it will negatively affect the signal strength and somehow prevent the message being sent. But it's pointless. Message sent appears on the screen of my iPhone. A few seconds later, still standing naked on the bathroom floor with the water of the shower running in the background, the electronic beep of an incoming text on Clemence's mobile phone upstairs sounds the death knell for me. Tarzan, and by association his sweet-smelling brother, Jane, have just received a text message saying, "Hi," from a stranger in their shower who has intentionally left the bathroom door unlocked. I am doomed. And if you want to know what happens, I've got to get rid of them somehow, folks. No, all good. I mean, what can you say? I just had the quickest shower of my life and went back upstairs and I just said, "Look, guys, you've got a really weird text from me," and they were kind of laughing, and I says, "I'm sorry, I just told the truth." And they killed themselves laughing, and we killed ourselves laughing. Then we went out for a beer together, and we sat and we talked and laughed. And he says, "Barry, we have been doing couch surfing for years, and we have never had anything like this." He says, "You've never had a Methodist minister staying with you, you know." Okay, I'm just going to drop a song and... Yeah, I'm going to sing this song. Each year, it's not a great segue, but the song is important. Each year, there are 30,000 cases of domestic violence in Northern Ireland. This is not a love song. You hold me in your arms so strong, let me know where I belong. I wish I'd known it all along, as you strike up a beat and you play our song. What we have is special, you see. Let's keep it to ourselves, just you and me. I've fallen in love, it's plain to see. If you open your eyes, if you dare to believe. This is a taste of home, here no one wears a mask. This is the place we're on our own, and I'm always fine when you ask. I'm always fine when you ask. Wine and beer and friends and cheer, you're the life and the soul of the party here. And when they leave I shed a tear, it's just you and me in the darkness here. You finish off your glass of wine, kiss me hard and tell me you're mine. Then you take me to bed and I'm out of my mind. The earth moves for me every time. This is a taste of home, here no one wears a mask. This is the place I'm on my own, and I'm always fine when you ask. I'm always fine when you ask. Love hurts, I realize. It hits me right between the eyes. There's no need to apologize. Every time you hear me cry. 'Cause I'm always fine when you ask. I'm always fine when you ask. Roses are red, violets are blue. I was so green when I married you. Black and blue, your touch so true. I'm looking around for a rainbow hue. Your love takes my breath away. It overwhelms me in every way. It knocks me for six when I hear you say what I mean to you at the end of the day. This is the taste of home. Here no one wears a mask. This is the place we're on our own. I'm always fine when you ask. I'm always fine when you ask. Love hurts, I realize. It hits me right between the eyes. There's no need to apologize. Every time you hear me cry. 'Cause I'm always fine when you ask. I'm always fine when you ask. Love hurts, I realize. It hits me right between the eyes. No need to apologize. Every time you hear me cry. Your love hurts. It hits me hard, hits me hard. There's no need. Hear my cry. Your love hurts. It hits me hard, and there's no need. Hear my cry, 'cause I wanna be fine when you ask. I wanna be fine when you ask. I wanna be fine when you ask. Okay, last reading. This not pretty much, but it's one expression of the journey that I've been on. And it's the very last chapter of the book, and the last chapter of the book is called Na und, two German words, which basically means, so what? You've visited all these monastic settlements, you've, looked into Columbanus, you've met all these great people. Now, so what? What'd you get out of it? And in the last chapter, I try to sum things up, lessons I've learned. And this part's relevant for the Four Corners Festival tonight, and the theme of journey, and the theme of what Four Corners is all about. On every part of the journey, strangers became friends, Catholic friends. By no means a given among the Protestant working class who grew up during the Troubles in Northern Ireland. As a child, I thought like a child. I thought to be Protestant was to be British. The violent campaign of the anti-British IRA just reinforced my identity as a British Protestant. It was the paramilitary campaign of the IRA that led my father to become a member of a loyalist paramilitary organisation called the Ulster Defence Association, whose stated aim was to defend the union with Britain. Maybe that's why for me as a young boy, to be Protestant was to paint the lampposts on my street red, white and blue, and to fly the British Union flag every July to commemorate the victory of the Protestant King William over the Catholic King James in 1690. To be Protestant was to belong to a particular tribe and let yourself be shaped and formed by the narratives of that tribe. These narratives, reinforced by terrorists who sought to bomb us into a united Ireland, led me wrongly to view Catholics as the enemy. For me, to be Protestant was to be anti-Catholic. To stop in front of the Catholic chapel and play triumphalist sectarian tunes with the marching band I was in. To my dear Catholic brothers and sisters in Christ, I apologize. Please forgive me. To be Protestant was to accompany my father to the UDA social club as an 8-year-old and sense his pride when he prompted me to sing the loyalist songs I knew by heart, the orange and blue, the sash, or the green grassy slopes of the Boyne. To be Protestant was to travel once a week up to Long Kesh prison as a 10-year-old to visit my father, who had become a so-called loyalist prisoner of war. To hang up on my bedroom wall the hand-painted cotton handkerchiefs he sent to me from prison, with their paramilitary emblems and symbols. To graffiti my school bag and playground walls with the red hand of Ulster, complete with the British crown above and the letters UDA below. That was the Protestantism of my childhood. A far cry from the expression of true Christian faith and identity in Christ I was later to discover. My newfound Catholic friends, encountered on my Columban travels, remind me how far I have travelled. By the grace of God, I am not the person I once was. The Protestant faith I adhere to today is more spiritual, more biblical, more true when compared with the pseudo-political counterfeit of the days of my childhood. My Catholic friends are a confirmation of this. Two songs to finish that show this journey. First song's called 13. It's based on 1 Corinthians 13, the greatest chapter of love in the Bible. And if, in the chorus, if you want to join in, join in. How many rainbows must I have seen before I find me some hope? Richard of York goes battling in vain. I'm colorblind, don't you know? And it's dark in here inside of me. That could clarify if I may. How much light do I really need? And just to make my day, if I don't got you, don't got you, don't got you, no, no, no. If I don't got you, don't got you, don't got you, no, no, no. I remember when I drink wine and I eat your bread. I have learned to close my eyes and to bow my head. Every Sunday it's a date and we never miss, and we sing our song. But who around here do I need to kiss to get things moving along? If I don't got you, don't got you, don't got you, no, no, no. If I don't got you, don't got you, don't got you, no, no, no. I'm not patient and I'm not kind. If I don't got you, I am selfish all the time. If I don't got you, my poor heart, it's not for sale. If I don't got you, what's mine is mine, that's why I fail. Sitting at a bar with the Guinness in my hand, and I'm looking through a glass darkly, thinking about a world that needs a better man, but I need someone to start me. So hey, Mr. Barman, won't you fill me up again? Can you make it something stronger this time? A water of life or a whiskey that's the same, that's the spirit that'll define. If I don't got you, don't got you, don't got you, no, no, no. If I don't got you, don't got you, don't got you, no, no, no. So gimme, 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 gimme till I got you. Gimme, 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 gimme till I got you. Gimme, 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 gimme till I got you, love. Gimme, 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 gimme till I've got you. Thank you. Okay, a last song. And this is a song that Hugo Duncan could play on his radio show. It's a wee bit kitschy. It's a wee... So this one's a special request from David Camden. It's called Life Together, this song, and it's very new, but it's a simple song, but it's actually the message is gospel, it's Christianity. And I wrote this song for a festival in Chemnitz in Germany, the Cosmos Festival, which was about bringing people from the left and people from the right, neo-Nazis and all kinds of people, foreigners and refugees, trying to do what you guys are doing here in Belfast in a different context. So we'll see how it goes. I think I've sung it once, but let me sing the chorus to you and teach you the chorus. And if you want to sing it with me, it's put your hand in my hand, walk this way with me. We're not going to do it, you know. I'm tempted, but no, we're not. Put your hand in my hand, walk this way with me. Let's do life together, you and me. Okay? It's a wee bit. It's simple, but it's good. Let's try singing that. Put your hand in my hand, walk this way with me. Let's do life together, you and me. Okay, one more time. Put your hand in my hand, walk this way with me. Let's do life together, you and me. Very good, last time. Put your hand in my hand, walk this way with me. Let's do life together, you and me. Okay, here we go. If you come from here, if you come from there, if you come from any and everywhere, it don't matter, I don't care, 'cause you're an answer to my prayer. And don't you know, can't you see, I need you and you need me. When we are one and we are free, 'cause that's the way it's meant to be. 1, 2, 3. Put your hand in my hand, walk this way with me. Let's do life together, you and me. One more time. Put your hand in my hand, walk this way with me. Let's do life together, you and me. Sorry, one more time. Put your hand in my hand, walk this way with me. Let's do life together, you and me. We can go we can go where we've never been. Help each other see the unseen. Tell each other what we need to hear. Help us overcome our fear. Start with the friend where you belong. You'll make some new ones as you go along. Very soon we'll find our song. So come along, Belfast, sing along. 1, 2, 3. Put your hand in my hand, walk this way with me. Let's do life together, you and me. Put your hand in my hand, walk this way with me. Let's do life together. Last time. Let's do life together, you and me. Thank you. Good night and God bless.
Thank you, Barry. Thank you for all of that. And where are you going to be at the receipt of custom for your books?
Over that table.
Okay.
No, here.
Right.
The green bag is books
Well,
in the green bag.
Okay. Okay. So, first 10, you can get them. Okay. No, thank you, Barry. And one person who has not been thanked adequately this whole week, but has been doing an absolute stormer in adverse circumstances at times, is George back here on sound. Yeah, as he said, you know, children and animals, no problems, but working with clerics, absolute nightmare, absolute nightmare. But he's done a great job, so thank you. And thank you all for coming out tonight on a grim owl night. I hope that tonight has brightened your souls and put a few thoughts in your hearts and minds. And if it has, and you think that you'd like more of this sort of thing to happen in the future, whilst we do thank our funders for all that they enable us to do, we thank you who have funded us in the past, who continuously fund us as friends, and who will fund us from here on in. There are buckets. Martin is waving a bucket at me, as if I haven't seen a bucket before. There are envelopes on which you can not only put money in it, but you can sign up for more ways to help us, and we do value your help. You can also do it via a QR code, although I am told that some of you have had difficulty in doing that. You know, we can find whatever way you want to give us money. So please do. There are also QR codes with regard to feedback as regards this event and the festival as a whole. And if you have signed up for tonight, there will be a questionnaire sent out to you. Please, please, please. It's not very long, but we do value your feedback. It helps to shape future festivals. The money helps to fund it. The responses to the questionnaires help to shape it, and it really does. I mean, there have been various things that have changed in this festival because of responses on questionnaires to past festivals. So your opinion is important to us. Have I forgotten anything? Look, so towards the end of the week, it's got to the stage I can barely remember my own name. Guys, have I forgotten anything? What? Oh, yeah, that was my last thing. I am exhausted because tomorrow is the last night. There's a run tomorrow morning. I mean, if you're full of enthusiasm, you who are women, 9:30? 9, okay. It shows you how much attention I was paying. 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, you can go for a run. Or tomorrow evening, further down the road at St. Peter's, at 7 o'clock, you can hear Jamar Tisby, who will be talking about race and the whole issue of relating to the other, whoever that other might be, and how we might do that better. If you've heard him even in snippets on radio or in other places or in podcasts, it will be an absolute treat tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. If you haven't signed up already, it's okay. St. Peter's is a big place. We'll be able to fit you in. So do come along tomorrow night. But don't rush away tonight. Do stay. Do chat. Do what Martin always wants you to do, which is make new friends and take each other's phone numbers so you can continue the conversation even after tonight. But enjoy the refreshments, and thank you again for being with us.